Coach Larinaga is making his way to the interview room now. I'm going to go ahead and let you know, remind you when you have a question, just raise your hand so we can get the two microphones in the room to you and wait for those, and then ask your question. Let us know who you are and where you're from, and then we'll get started with questions for Coach. First, though, once he gets settled. Right. Gotcha. When he gets settled, we'll appreciate an opening statement from him. Coach, welcome to Louisville.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here, and we're excited to be playing in the Sweet 16. Excited to be here in Louisville at the Yum Center. This is one of the homes of an ACC team, the Louisville Cardinals, and my Miami basketball team has played here exactly one time a year ago, and we're looking forward to getting our second opportunity to play against a great opponent in Villanova.
Good deal. Thank you, Coach. Let's open it up for questions. Janine, right here in the middle.
Janine Edwards, ESPN. Hi, Coach.
Hi, Janine.
When I spoke to you guys last week, you made a point after Davon Reed told me, he described this year as fun. You made a point of saying that means we're doing our job because we want them to have fun. And I saw the video from last night of your guys playing baseball. Why did you feel like last night, this point, was where you really wanted to loosen them up and let them have some fun? Why was it last night?
Last night was actually about the 5th time this year I planned it, but the other 4 times never came to fruition because something else came up and it interfered with what we were going to do. We were actually going to do it at home on Monday, and the players had some obligations that prevented us from doing it at the end of practice. So we decided that once we got here, we weren't planning any meeting last night, that we would do it after dinner, and it worked out great because there was a very nice ballroom that was available.
Thanks, Coach. Let's go third row in the middle, and then on the end, and then in the red. So we'll work our way that way. Right. In the gray. There you go.
Kyle Tucker, Courier-Journal. How significant do you think it is to Sheldon to the chance to get back home to Houston for a Final Four, and how significant has he been to your team this season?
Well, I'm sure that's a great motivator for him, but I think it's a great motivator for any college basketball player to want to achieve Final Four participation. I think in Sheldon's case, he's a fantastic player and just an absolutely tremendous young man. I love coaching him. I love being around him. He's got an endearing personality. I said after our last game, like at one of our timeouts, he said, "Let me take the ball out of bounds and inbounds and break the press." And I said, you're a very funny guy. You haven't done that in your entire college career, and all of a sudden now in the round of 32, that's going to become a new role for you. That's kind of his mindset. I want to do whatever it takes to win the game. And he would have been very capable of inbounding and handling the press. It's just not his job. That job goes to Davon Reed and Angel Rodriguez and Jaquan Newton. So, but he's very much fun to be around, and he's a great teammate. He's very, very unselfish. I'm not sure there's another player in the country, and I don't know exactly what his point total is, but he's nearing 2,000 points on very, very few shots. And if you look at his shot attempts compared to other 2,000-point scorers, I would guess he's taken at least a third less attempts from the field than anybody else that's ever scored 2,000 points.
Pat? Oh, okay. We'll start there and then go to Pat. And then
Joe Giuliano, Philadelphia Inquirer. Jim, I hear you and Coach Wright are relatively close. Could you describe your relationship with him, and also what concerns you most about Villanova's team?
Well, I've known Jay a very, very long time, and we've been on trips together. We've sat together at AAU events, and I think he's just a tremendous individual, great coach. He's built an incredible basketball program, a perennial powerhouse in the Big East. He has his team seated very high these last several years, number one, number two. They just done a great job. Their style of play, I think, is very inviting to high school recruits. They do a lot of ball screens. They play multiple defenses. And we think we're very similar. We're almost like the mirror image of them. We do a lot of ball screen. We play a lot of man-to-man defense, but we'll change it up from time to time. I've just enjoyed getting to know him and exchanging drills with him and talking basketball. Pat.
Pat Forty from Yahoo Sports. Jim, I remember when you took the Miami job, there were some people that were theorizing, oh, he wants an easy job on the way to retirement. Obviously, you haven't approached it that way at all. What was your mindset coming to Miami, and what has kept you going at a high level?
Well, first of all, I don't know of a coaching job that's easy. What is it? If you coach at a high major level with one of the perennial powerhouses, it's easy. No, those guys, the expectations on their shoulders is they got to win the national championship every year to meet others' expectations, or it was a bad year, or you got to get to the Final Four. If you're one of the Hall of Fame coaches who's built his career on annual success, the expectation is very high. But someone who coaches at the low major or mid-major level also has a hard job, because they're trying to win in a situation where they might not have all the resources that they need to really compete at the highest level, and yet they're still judged. Everybody in coaching is now judged on whether you make the big dance. So there have been coaches being let go or changing jobs that have won 21, 22 games, and the school says it's not enough. When I accepted the head coaching job at Miami, it had always been a dream of mine to coach in the ACC. And there are very few opportunities, especially for someone in his 60s. And when the Miami job opened up, I called a couple of my friends in Miami who are very successful businessmen and very tied into the university. They're alums, and they know all the people on the board of trustees, and they know the president, and they put in a good word for me. And then Doc Rivers recommended me, and Arnie Duncan recommended me, and through Donna Shalala, President Shalala is a big Democrat, so Arnie helped me there. Sean Eichhorst, the athletic director, is from Wisconsin and went to law school in Marquette, so Doc Rivers' recommendation was hugely important. And then when my staff and I got there, we just felt like, right, we have a challenge. There are a lot of things we were told that probably couldn't accomplish. The first was we'd never be able to beat Duke or Carolina. Second one, we'd never be able to win an ACC regular season or tournament. And the third was we'd never be able to draw a crowd. Well, we've had, I would say, moderate success against Duke and Carolina. We have a winning record against Duke, and we're batting .500 against the Tar Heels. We've won an ACC tournament championship and a regular season championship, and we're now selling out every game. So we've accomplished an awful lot, but we still have a major goal in front of us, and that major goal when we came was to build a team that could win a national championship.
Try to get a couple more in.
Mike LaPresti, NCAA.com. 10 years down the road from George Mason, looking back over time, what do you think that meant to the tournament at large, just in the expectations of what schools could have? And secondly, what personally has it ended up meaning to you all those years?
Well, I think Barry Collier said it best to me. Barry Collier is the athletic director at Butler University. He's the former head coach at Butler. And after we made it to the Final Four in 2006, he told me, he said, listen, you've just broken the 4-minute mile barrier. Now there's going to be other mid-major programs that think they can get there. And sure enough, 4 years later, Butler not only made it to the Final Four, but to the championship game, and then repeated that feat in 2011. VCU did it in 2011, and Wichita State did it in 2013. So I think we created an expectation that just because you're not a high major program, that doesn't mean you can't compete with the big boys and get to the Final Four or even win a national title. And as what it has meant to me is it's been a tremendous milestone in my career that has created a lot of opportunities. And we've tried to take advantage of those opportunities, including coaching at the University of Miami.
Tim, last question.
Tim Sullivan, Courier-Journal. The four teams that are here are fairly upper-class dominated, and I'm wondering, from your perspective, what advantage does that experience bring versus teams that might have more NBA-type freshmen?
Well, I know every team feels like they have NBA caliber players, so there's a lot of confidence in a player with that ability. But the experience probably makes you hungrier, especially for a program like ours that has never been to the Elite Eight or to the Final Four. So hopefully our guys are very hungry and determined to accomplish something that's never happened in our school's history.
Coach, we got to let you go. Get your players in here. Appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Good luck. The Miami locker room is open until 1:30. Hey guys, how's it going? Good. Welcome back. Okay, we're going to have questions for the Miami student athletes here as they get settled in. We'll start with Kyle and then over to Janine. So right here. Yeah, go ahead.
Kyle Tucker, Courier-Journal. Sheldon, if you could just talk about leaving home, leaving Texas after the first couple of years there, the journey from there to here and what you've learned about yourself in that time, and also the prospect of getting home to Houston for a Final Four, what that would mean to you.
Well, I went through a lot of struggles at Texas. I mean, I actually felt I had 2 great years on the court, but it was just, certain things that people didn't see, whether it was doing practice or doing the games that I wasn't comfortable with. So, I felt like I needed a change of venue, so I wanted to transfer, and I think that was the best decision for me. And after I took my visit, I kind of fell in love with the coaches, and especially Coach L. And once I found out Angel was transferring, I wanted to play with him because I was so used to playing against him in the Big 12, and I knew that he would be a great teammate. So I knew it would be a great team. And the day after I left, I kind of knew where I was going. I just kept it to myself, and once I was ready to commit, I committed. So that was that. And as far as returning to Houston, it'll be the best thing in my life. So I'm praying and hoping we get there. Take one game at a time, and it'll be great to, play a Final Four in Houston. I probably need 100 tickets, but I just want to get there.
This is Janine Edwards, ESPN. This is for all 3 of you, and Angel, you can start if you would. Because you had said after the game the other night against Wichita State that you thought it was great for you guys to have been tested like that at this point in the season, leading by 21, losing the lead, coming back. If each of you could just tell me what you think you got out of that experience that will help you going forward. What did you learn from that?
Well, learned a lot of things. One of them is the fact that nobody's going to quit. You know, at this point of the year, everybody knows you lose, you go home. Doesn't matter if you're up 20, 5, 30. Teams are going to fight to come back. You know, and at the same time, it was great to learn that as a team, we were willing to take, you know, on that challenge, a team coming back from 21 points. Definitely they had all the momentum. The crowd was into it. You know, we definitely weren't playing with the same rhythm we started the game. But we stayed together. We found a way to make plays to get ourselves going. And that's what it's about, you know, at this point in the season. It's about just finding a way to win a game for that day, because after that, it's over, you move on, and you have a new opportunity.
Thanks, Angel. Let's go Tony, then Sheldon on that question, please.
I think for me, what I think, I mean, I strongly agree with him. I mean, it's always a game of win or go home. So, you know, that game really taught us a lot that, you know, we gotta keep our focus and never lose focus of what we came to do. And in the first half, we really had our focus, and you know, we had really good defensive stops, and on offense, we really shared the ball, and you know, we made great plays, and we held them to a certain point, and in the first half. But coming into the second half, I think we fell behind a little bit. You know, we lost focus, and we had to fight our way back. And I mean, that is a great, you know, time to really learn and to build from. And our captain here, Angel, I mean, he was in the huddle every time. He was just saying, you know, they've made their run, we got to make our run, and that was what really helped us. And nobody really, you know, dropped their head down or try to blame each other. You know, all we did was just pull together, and we just kept rolling. And Coachella was great, and you know, he just, you know, we made some certain turnovers that wasn't forced by Wichita. We just made it because we lost focus and just inbounding the ball and stuff like that. And but you know, he called a timeout, and all he said to us was that, guys, you gotta be focused. I mean, you gotta keep doing what you've been doing through the first half. And I mean, their fans coming up, you know, screaming and yelling. I mean, that was bringing them back, and we were losing our own fans. But when we bounced back and you know, we took back the lead, I mean, the energy came back, the focus came back, and you know, we played great just to win. And I think that's where it all comes in. You know, adversity sometimes, you know, you just got to keep fighting.
I think we just it really helped our character as a team, and helping us stay together as a team. You know, basketball is a game of runs. We made our run the first 10 minutes, and we kind of set the tone. And towards the end of the game, they made their run, a big run for them. So I think it really helped us, you know, stay poised on the stretch, like Coach always say, stay together as a team. And we made just enough plays to win the game. So, you know, that's all that matters, you know. Some teams, they kind of will get down on themselves, or one guy would try to do it all in one play, but we stayed together as a team. We got the important stops we needed down the stretch, and that kind of helped us offensively. So I think it was great that they took the lead with a couple minutes left. Kind of really helped us.
Thank you. We're going 2 on the left, and then we'll circle back on the right here.
C.L. Brown with ESPN.com. This question is for Angel and Sheldon. Excuse me. The team in 2013 was maybe looked at as the best team in program history, but you guys can do what they weren't able to do just by getting to the Elite Eight. I was wondering if you could, where do you feel like this would place you guys in terms of program history? Would this make you the best ever if you're able, you know, to get there? Do you even look at it that way?
Let's go Sheldon, then Angel, please.
Honestly, we've been hearing about it, that the program has never reached an Elite Eight. So we definitely want to be, you know, the first group of guys to do that, and it'll be a big accomplishment for us in the program. But I don't know, man. It's kind of up to y'all for those comparisons. You know, we just try to, you know, win a game in advance. You know, I mean, it's called survive in advance for a reason. So, you know, that's our main focus, man. We just want to execute the game plan and try to advance.
Well, first off, they were the team who started, you know, the winning culture, if you want to put it like that, under Coach L's as a coach. You know, what they did is definitely a huge accomplishment. But you know what? It's different times. It's a different league. We had a lot of new teams join the ACC for the regular season, and you know, as far as postseason, you know, we're really not trying to compare ourselves to them. We're just truly trying to do this for each other. But it's great to know that we have an opportunity to do something that's never been done in school, and that we're just literally a game away from it. But at the end of the day, it comes down to what I always say. The goal is not to break a record, to get here, to get there. Bottom line, to win a championship, and that's what we're here for.
Okay, in the back here on the right. Oh, I'm sorry, Teresa. Teresa, and then we'll go in the back on the right.
Teresa Walker, Associated Press, for each of you. Coach L said that looking at Villanova almost like a mirror image of each other, you know, have swapped drills with Coach Wright and ball screening and defenses that you all play. When you're looking at Villanova, how familiar are you with what they're doing based on what you all do?
Well, I think they, offensively, they like to shoot a lot of threes, and I think they get a lot of their momentum off threes. So definitely want to run them off the three-point line. Don't want to let them get comfortable there. And they kind of play a pressure defense. I'm pretty sure if they watched last game, they're probably going to pressure us because we had a couple of unforced turnovers. But, I mean, I have trust in our guards and myself that we'll take care of the ball, so that won't be a problem. But it's a team that like to get up and down, fast breaks just like us. Very similar team, so, I mean, it'll be a great game.
Thanks, in the back.
Chris White from the Courier Journal. Sheldon and Angel in particular, you've been on teams before that have had some postseason play, and how do you lean on that experience, and how does that shape what's driving you guys this year?
You know what? I think it's not just my experience or Sheldon's experience. Tanya has a lot of experience too, but as a team overall, you know, I think last year, even though it was a disappointment, it was definitely very helpful for the younger guys to gain some postseason experience. And, you know, as seniors, I think it goes far beyond just having experience. I think the motivation and the, you know, knowing that this is it. You know, if we lose, our college careers are over. But we definitely have an opportunity to do something special and to hopefully make our career last an extra week and accomplish something special, like I said.
Thanks, Angel. Let's go Tim and Kyle, and then that'll probably do it.
For Tanya and Sheldon, following up on the experience angle, as a veteran team, what advantage do you see when you're playing a younger team? And I'm not referring to Villanova, but last year, you know, Kentucky and Duke got to the Final Four with very freshman-dominated lineups. How do you attack that?
Tanya?
I mean, we're really not a young team. I mean, and the team we're playing, I don't think they're also a young team. It's just guys with a lot of experience, and Villanova has been, you know, in this Sweet 16 they were there last year, and you know, they have a great coach and a great program, and I mean, we give them so much respect. We just go in there and we just play. I mean, we come in there to just execute our game plan and play together, and you know, try to help each other out. You know, in any area we're lacking, because I mean, the game. I mean, when you take the floor and the game starts, I mean, there's so many other things, you know, that might be going on within the game where if you need a scorer, you got to do your job. I mean, if you need a rebounder, you got to do your job. So things like that, I mean, I think that is where the experience comes in. And then for Sheldon and for Angel and myself, I mean, we've been in this position before, and all we got to do is just go in there and pull in a group of guys who has not been here before, and just try to pull them together to ourselves so that we could do the right thing, you know, just to get a win.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Kyle Tucker, Courier-Journal. Angel, having been there with him from the start, where have you seen Sheldon grow? What do you think he's learned about himself since coming to Miami? And also, how much has he talked about trying to get home to Houston for that Final Four?
You know what? I think I've seen him obviously grow the most as far as his game. He's improved in a lot of things. He was always a big-time scorer before, but now he's doing it in a lot of different ways. And, you know, he still, in my opinion, hasn't learned to be as aggressive as we want him to be. But at the end of the day, we're winning games, and that's all he cares about. You know, I know that for sure. What was your other question? I'm sorry. Oh, and yeah, we definitely talked about it. In fact, you know, multiple times before yesterday, but yesterday specifically, I remember we started talking about it because I was able to win a championship in Puerto Rico, and that was a very special feeling. And so I said, we got to get you to Houston, and so you can know what it feels like to win a championship at home. So it's definitely a very exciting experience for all of us, especially for him because, of course, he's from Houston.
All right, guys, we're out of time. Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you.